Aquarius, single friends, super singles, totally singles, completely singles. That's what I'm looking for here. Gilded Tarot Royale. And Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Whatever you want to consider here. You figured it out. I think the quickies are a good way too to figure that out. You only have to watch 3 or 4 minutes. Look at your moon, look at your rising. A couple times, see if what's resonating the most. Usually Sun for me. A lot of energy in Sag for me though. So want to say also on Saturdays now, Aquarius and Pisces Day, we do the heart spread. That's if you have someone on your mind, and we do this single spread to 4 pillars. This is for if you're wide open. So if you're wide open, thanks for joining me, Aquarius. We're going to try to look at your person here, get a beat on them. I'm going to pull, I think, 9 cards, 12 cards pull. So a good idea what they're like. We're going to look at the 4 pillars, which I believe is emotional, intellectual, love and relationship, and core values and lifestyle. So core values are what's the most important thing to you, or you believe in marriage, and you believe you want children, you believe in God and country, you believe in personal freedom, these kind of things. I think that are really crucial, kind of linchpins. Lifestyle is an important part of it. It's probably the part that's most malleable. We're going to live in the fall on a country, or live in a city, in an apartment, in a house, have children, not have children. We smoke or not smoke, smoke in the house, out of the house. All these lifestyle things. Is work the most important? Is the home life the most important? So we'll look at those, see if we can get a beat on your person here. 9 of Cups. Okay, this is emotionally here. King of Wands. And the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, that gives us a lot to go on. Now, intellectually, King of Pentacles. Okay, 2 kings. 9 of Swords. Intellectually, and the 8 of Pentacles. Wow. We'll stop there. Here we'll do the sexual and the love nature. We'll look at kind of Venus and Mars energy and astrology. I pick up a lot there. We'll look at their core values and relationship and lifestyle energy here. But let me take a look here. This is the sun and the moon. This is the unconscious and the conscious. Down here we have the deep unconscious position. Is very important to me. There's someone at their core that believes, and you see the 8 of Pentacles right next to it at the core of their intellect. Aquarius, I think, might be good for you because if you're the archetype of Aquarius is you care, you have causes, you care, you understand that politics matters because people could be hurt, people could starve. Um, Wars could start, millions could be killed, and this is a person that is collaborative by nature and wants to work with others. I think is a key component to them. So inevitably, they got to be working with others. You have to see their lifestyle here. So this is something they may talk about, and what way they do this. It'd be some way very substantial with the 8 of Pentacles here, and emotionally, there's a nice balance with the 9 of Cups and the King of Pentacles. I don't see any real issues in childhood here, so they had a pretty solid upbringing. Won't be telling any horror stories, thank God, about childhood, Lord knows I do tell them, but such is our lot in life. So that's good for them. So they're really solid. They have emotionally about them an independence. They're not needy. They're emotionally self-contained, self-fulfilled. So they're not coming to anyone, and they're not coming to you because this is a soulmate read. We're not really reading here for anything else because this one's going to be right for you. But when they come, they can come wholly because they don't really need you to fulfill them or anything. They're self-fulfilled. they have work, this person, you know. This is already a sense I get with them. With the King of Pentacles, a mature person, a father, a mother. They're obviously single now. They may run a business because I think that's what they do. They're very smart. They probably have some kind of a degree or background or training that's very specific and significant. And I already get the feelings might be someone that does okay. Um, um, they may and have keep a lot of worries here with this eight, with this nine swords here in the center position. They keep a lot of worry about them. Um, but they would keep that deeply to themselves, like you would never know about it. So um, this is someone like they may go over their work several times, you know, before they release it. They double check things. Um, and they may even be in a position where they go over other people's work too. So what would they make them? I mean, like an editor most comes to mind. Um, but someone that's in a collaborative, Eight of Pentacles, very positive, very productive, very possibly important. You know, I just get the sense that they may do something that actually makes the world a little better. These are Pentacles here. You know, when the King of Pentacles, they don't play. I mean, they maybe they don't really have a lot of time to just be stupid or mess around or play games. I mean, they're probably focused. They have a real life. They have a lot of important work that they're doing. They have responsibilities. They meet those responsibilities. Now, with the Nine of Cups too, though, it implies that they can let go. So that's good. But they would let go in a very like structured way. They would let go on Saturday night because they put that into their schedule that Saturday night was the let go night, you know, and they'd probably have to coordinate that with people and stuff. This is your person here. So I get them telling you a lot about what it is that they do. Um, they're going to listen a lot. You know, they're not someone who's overly talkative, and they're they're going to be a nice mixture. You know, they'll tell you about what they're doing. They'll listen to what you're saying, and I think there's going to be a real like nuts and bolts about them. You know, I don't see a person here that's much into the spiritual realms and esoteric and stuff necessarily. They may listen to it and stuff. If they do focus on it, they're focused on the aspect of it that they can wrap their minds around. You know, um, in some practical sense, and in their mind, practical guys. So let's look at their sexual nature. Five Pentacles, mhm. Queen of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles much? Wow. Queen of Wands. This is their lifestyle and core values. Ten of Swords. Okay. The Empress. Wow. Empress is next to the Pentacles, which is that very robust Pentacle. Okay. Take that as you will. Well endowed, male or female, however that might be. Um, in terms of the moon, you really got a Capricorn personality here, the archetype I'm describing. Um, I think they might have a Leo moon in their natal chart. I'm looking at that King of Wands here in the middle, and just their personality too, and the way they work with people. Leo men tend to draw people to them. They're so outgoing and friendly and um, funny a lot of times. They have that energy that kind of tends to rev people up. You know, they could be a team leader in sales or something like this too, where they're in a position where they have to both be motivational and business minded at the same time, which I think they're capable of doing, right? So, in terms of the sex, let's look at that. If we have a Capricorn personality here, They're getting a Cap Venus, no matter how you shake it here. It could be a Capricorn Mars, which exalted there. Um, so this is someone that also with the Five of Pentacles, and it's up at the top. They have a lack mentality around sex. Now remember, this is your person, and sex is so personal and so intense, so much related to the emotional and then the mental aspects. Um, but they might have some control issues here, um, meaning like they might have issues with feeling vulnerable, issues with losing themselves. This can translate sometimes into issues around coming for them, achieving an orgasm. And with the Five of Pentacles, it's in some way sexually feeling inadequate, wrestling with issues around that, feeling like they're not enough, that lack mentality. Um, if they were to open up and talk to you about that, it'd probably be like, for someone like this, when they fall in love and give themselves, they just expect it's going to be for life, I think. And I don't think this is someone that has sex. Again, this is another person where they might not have that much sex because they might have had as much sex as they had really serious, intimate, uh, long term in their mind relationships, okay, which may not have been long term, but for them, and then they have to go. Um, but they're going to be very dedicated to you with the Ace of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. They're mature, they're ready for this. They're absolutely a wife or a husband, going to be like an ideal wife or husband in the way they love you. And it's going to be all focused on your relationship and growing your relationship and nurturing your relationship, giving to the relationship, in a way almost like it's a job for the Capricorn. It's a vocation, let's call it. But they might always be coming from a little bit of an area of lack mentality when it comes to the sex. So my advice is be especially generous. Let them know that um, you're, you're there for them, and um, sexually and everything. I don't see any problem. And just look for them not to be real aggressive, even with you being their soulmate. If they recognize it, they might not be keen to go to bed with you on the first date or the second date or something. They may need a little time, okay? And then in terms of their lifestyle, again, I see this person as working, they're purposeful. I mean, down here at the bottom, you have the Empress. And then up there you have the nine cups, emotions that come in. So again, this is the Empress that can schedule the time off to relax. And I think they would relax. I think this too is another person. They're very capable of being in the moment. And when they're with you, they're with you. Their cell phones aside, and they're giving you that time. So they may not be a person that has a lot of time to spend with you. Like even if you were married and lived together, it's not like you would be with each other for 12 hours a day. I see them being busy doing things here. And with the Queen of Wands, too, comes again like the leader of a sales team, someone that has to combine a business acumen with the understanding of motivational psychology and group dynamics and stuff like that. They could be someone that teaches this too. I mean, they could be a life coach, but if so, I think they'd be a very successful one. Down here with the Empress, this implies to me this person now has money. They've accumulated over their life. They're a mature person. They're well past their 30, uh, which is the second Saturn, the first Saturn return, and the age of maturity, full maturity. An established person. They're going to pull you into their life. With the Ten of Swords, I think in terms of the business life, they may have had some failures. And I think they would have, it kind of goes with the Nine of Swords here in their intellect. They may butt heads with people, but I think they butt heads because what they do is very meaningful to you. They're not running a sales team for mm, General Motors. They're running a sales team for Save the Whales or something like this, Greenpeace or something like this. And so it's very important work. And I think a lot of the people are dependent on them in some way, and they're very fertile and capable, taking care of you and everyone else. And with this Queen of Wands too, it kind of shows me that in their work and in their public life, in their 10th house, okay, in their midheaven, in the area where they engage with the world, the outside world, they're a little bit of a different person. I think than they are with you, or with their loved ones, or with their children, or maybe even with their friends. They all kind of. It's not that they're being duplicitous or anything. It's just they have to present like a public persona of some kind to the world, and they might to the world appear more dynamic and forceful and outgoing and confident than maybe they are. Like maybe with you and with their loved ones, they're quieter, more receptive kind of energy. That's not a look at me kind of energy at all. Whereas in terms of their work and what they do with their life, that's the part of them that gets expressed. So, like if you were to go with them to work, you'd probably be a little shocked. Like you would see that very dramatically how they're very different in the way they act with these other people than they act with you at home. A little harder, a little more distant kind of energy. Um, as if they're going and doing their acting, putting on makeup, going into some kind of acting job. But it's very natural for them, is what they do. It's like their calling here. Okay, guys, so thank you. Aquarius, I hope this gives you an idea about your person here. This is for the end of May. Four Pillars read. Thank you, guys. Let me know. Give us a like. I do appreciate everyone subscribing.